I feel alone, even when I'm not. All the troubles in the world I forget all.
Hey everyone, welcome to Rockin' for God with Lisa Marie Nicole. Today is October 18th, Friday. I can't believe that it is almost Christmas already. This year has flew by so fast, and I just can't wait because Christmas is my favorite holiday because, of course, it's the birth of Christ, but also because I just love the holidays, and they're so cheerful and happy, and it's just we have a good time. And I just want to thank everyone for watching my show. Everyone out there on Blog Talk Radio that's listening, thank you so much for listening in. I have a few announcements to make before I bring my guests on. I have my new book is released. Of course, everybody knows that. I released it on the 15th of this month. The Christmas Stranger. It is a short Christmas story. It's a great story for the holidays. If you'd like to get one for a gift for someone, that's even another option. You can get it on my website, lisamarienicole.com, or on all ebook sites. And I hope you enjoy the book if you get it. And if you do, would you please do me a favor and just leave me a review on Amazon? I really appreciate that. Also, my new song, Only Jesus, was released 2 days ago. And the video for that will be at the end of this show. So please stay to the end of the show, and I will end the show with my song and video, Only Jesus. And the song is basically about not living for this world, only living for the world to come and living for God. And also, I want to talk real quick about the benefit concert I will be doing this Sunday, on the 20th, from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be having a Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton benefit concert. I will have 15 different artists from every genre and every place in the world will be on this show. They're all donating their time to raise money for Samaritan's Purse, which everybody knows is a great organization to help the people that have been misplaced due to the hurricane. Some people lost everything. Thank God I was blessed. I feel so bad for the people that lost everything, but we are okay here in this part of Florida. But everyone else in South Florida and down in mid-Florida and Carolinas, Georgia, Tennessee, all those areas, we're doing everything we can to help you guys raise money. So please watch this show if you can. You could donate any amount. It's on my Facebook page, Lisa M. Nicole, and it will start at 4 p.m. this Sunday, Eastern Time. So that's enough for me. I just want to welcome my guests, two very, very good friends of mine. I've done music with them, and they are wonderful people. Let me welcome you, Bo Horse and Cindy Lou. Hey, guys.
Howdy.
Hi, Lisa. How are you?
Good. Nice to see you guys today. You look all comfy in there in your studio.
You
That's great.
We were very thankful that the storm skipped you.
Yeah, definitely. It skipped us. I mean, we got a lot of rain. We got, I think, 4 or 5 inches of rain we got, but you know what, compared to everything else, I mean, it was a blessing because you know what, it could be any one of us at any time. So that's why, you know, it's very good.
Right.
It could be at any time. You never know where these things are going. But you guys were okay, right?
Yep. Weather is a commodity we seem to have be blessed with. Yeah,
that's great. I just well, let's get this started. Tell everyone everyone knows your name. Tell everyone where you're from.
Well, I'm going to start at the beginning. We're both originally native New Yorkers. Cindy Lou was born in Long Island, and in New York, and I was born in Syracuse. And we both spent a majority of our lives in the Midwest, Iowa and Nebraska. And then 10 years ago, we thought we would retire and do a little bit of music, right? And we did a lot of searching around the country, and we settled on a little known place in northeast Washington State, outside of Colville. And we're 4,000 feet up in the mountains with a jaw-dropping view. We have a studio, and by God, we've been really busy for 10 years. There was no retirement.
So how long have you guys known each other?
Forever. Seemed like forever. and I really wish it was forever.
Oh,
But we've been together a decade and counting. And we're really happy about that. We've never been happier in our entire lives. We've both been a blessing for each other. And we're recording artists, and we love to produce music with other people as well. And we're kind of multi-genre, and so that our love of music and each other just kind of propels us forward every day.
that's great. That's, you have to have things in common, and I understand that. My husband and I have the same thing. It's he's a big support to me with my music. So, and you both are God-fearing people, and you're also great musicians and producers. I know that for a fact. So, and great people on top of that.
Thank you, Lisa. That's nice.
Well, you have to have a spiritual backbone, and that's always a great guiding force. Is what the Lord left us with was the Holy Spirit, and so when you got that intertwined between you, that rope is easy to climb into heaven. I'm telling you, not by acts or works or deeds, but we sure are having a great time.
Hey, you have to, I mean, you have to love what you do in life and have a great time. And, if you're blessed in everything you do, that's even better, and the more you do things for God, I always tell people to do everything to glorify him, and your blessings will come right back at you 100%. I got a couple of questions here.
And that's for sure.
What'd you say?
I said, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I have some people are probably going to ask questions. You're not going to see them, so I'm going to ask them to you, and then you could answer them. John from the Four Persons, who he wants to know who were some of your musical influences. So you can answer that separately if you want.
Honey,
You go ahead.
Ladies first.
Ladies first. Well, I started at a very, very young age singing. My grandparents were really a big influence in the music for me. They both were real heavy into their church choir, and that's actually where I started. I would go to choir practice with them, and I learned backup singing, harmony. My grandmother was excellent harmonist. And my grandfather, they sang all the time. And basically that's what Bo and I do now. It's just music says everything for us. I really can't tell you any one particular person that was an influence in my music.
Oh, your first song, honey. What
my very first song that I learned to play was Delta Dawn.
Oh my God. I used to sing that all the time.
My grandfather.
I love that song.
You did?
I used to sing it all the time when I was a
sang
kid.
it so much. I did too.
Wow.
My grandfather finally stopped me after 1,000 times of me playing it on the guitar. And he said, "Oh my God, we have to get you a new song."
She got pretty good at that one.
So that was my first song that I sang. I like the traditional country music. But recently, Lisa, I've really kind of dove into the blues. Really like the blues. I'd like to change it a little more so that's not quite so sad.
Yeah.
Well, you're also doing quite a bit of gospel, Billy, too.
And I've been doing a gospel album. In fact, you're going to help me with one of those.
Yes,
because
I
you
am.
have that high soprano and I don't anymore.
I ask her about that song for you every day. I'm driving her crazy.
I'm working on
I
it.
think it's going to be
just-
wonderful.
Yeah, it's a great song.
I know you are.
Yeah, and it's just work to finish that other one for your album. So that, the one we did for the Out West
Yeah.
album. Yeah. But so
Right.
Bo, what about you? Who were your influences?
Well, my mother sang for the boys overseas in World War II. And so I grew up with an incredible vocalist, belly right up to the piano with me inside. And then I grew up singing in the pews. So for me, quite frankly, traditional church music was my first love. Warmed up back in the day, even when I sang hard rock and roll, I sang "How Great Thou Art," and I sang it at my mother's funeral, in fact. But after that, of course, I was exposed to so much great music, and Bob Goulet, Paul McCartney, Eddie Arnold. And as the decades progressed, each different artist, I would graduate to, you got to sing what they want you to sing at the bars, right?
Yeah.
So I have all those great influences from over the years that are really special to me, and people that have passed a little bit just recently, like Gordon Lightfoot, those kinds of voices, stuck with Jim Croce, those kind of people stuck with me as far as my first love, which is country and Western.
Of course. That's great. Those are great people. Those are great artists. I want to ask you guys a question separately. What did you want to be when you were a child? What did you see yourself doing when you were older?
I'll go first.
Please.
I always wanted to be a teacher. And I actually have an education degree. And after 2 years of teaching, I decided that I don't like children as much as I thought I did. And don't get me wrong, I do love children, but I love them when they can go home.
Yeah, when they hit third grade, they become savages. I'm telling you.
Well, the ones today.
Between the two of us, we have 8
kids.
Yeah.
Wow.
We have between the two of us, we have 8 kids and 18 grandchildren.
That's right.
So
yeah.
Wow.
I've gotten over that, but I decided that I would rather teach adults than children. So I went on to own a business called EMS Training Network and CPR Associates. So I do I train paramedics and EMTs for ambulance service. Both Bo and I have been in healthcare for a long time, probably 30 years for me, and probably a lot longer for him.
No, really only 6 plus 2. Yeah. 6 military and then 2 drive ambulance during college and stuff like that. But my thing has been in small business administration, consulting, marketing.
Is that what you wanted to do?
No.
Oh, I didn't think so.
What you wanted to do when you were a kid?
Wrestle alligators when I was little. My mom said, "Well, you're too little," and then I wanted to wear a Superman cape. I found out you can't fly no matter how far you jump off the roof. That ain't working. No, I'll be really honest with you. I always wanted to just sing for my supper. And then later on, I got a real scientific mind, and I only wanted to be a doctor. And I ended up being a Navy corpsman, and that'll sour you on being a doctor pretty fast.
Yeah,
I went back to my first love, which was singing, and got to work, So, yeah, so got to work. So I did a marketing business forever until it was about 10 or 12 years ago. It was 10 years ago. My mother was passing away and told me I was being really selfish with my gift, and I wasn't sharing it with people. And it struck me as funny because she never told me that my whole life. But she said, it's not for you. When you have God-given talents, they're not for you. They're for other people. And then I got the gift idea, just like at Christmas. The voice isn't for me. Our voices aren't for us. But when we get together, boy, is it for other people. And we so enjoy that.
Yeah, that's great. That's really a good way to put it, really. So speaking of God, was there a time in your life that you really needed God and he was there for you? Like a really, each one of you that
You
had
mean
really,
other than right now and every day?
yeah, like a incident or something in your life where
Oh,
you really,
yeah. Go ahead, honey.
Oh, so many. I was not a good child. um,
I wasn't either. It's
there
my mama.
was there were many, many times that I can think of, Lisa, that when my grandparents died, it was a big thing for me. They practically raised me, and I'm tearing up. I love them dearly. I had really, really come closer to God during that time because I didn't understand how he could take them away.
Mm-hmm.
They've been gone for quite a few years, but they still are right here in my heart.
Right.
So
You never really lose the ones you love. You know,
No.
if they're in your head, my parents are in my head every time. I can't get rid of them.
yeah. But I don't think there's anything tragic that happened to me. I've always had a real strong faith, and that was because of them.
Mm-hmm.
We pray, we talk about God. He's just part of our lives. And like you said before, give everything to God and he will bless you back. And he has. He's blessed us with, not only with each other, but with everything that we have done.
That's
How about
great.
you?
So I can name them all right. I've had projectiles going by my head. I've had my life flash before my eyes in an automobile accident where the branch went through the front windshield, not the back windshield. I only got harpooned a little bit by the tree. One time I was driving down the freeway asking God, why me? And it was one of those moments where everything stops. And I clearly heard a voice that said, it's not that I allow these things that happen to you. Said you need to pick up your Bible, which is thy shield, and open your mouth, which is thy sword. So,
You okay?
yeah, every day.
That's great. Thank you for your service, by the way. I think that's great. I mean, both of you have really put a lot into what you do, your music, and I see how you let your faith shine and how, especially with your writing. I mean, you both are great, actually great writers. And I see the way you do that and you help. You're a blessing to a lot of people because you're always there to help us. I really value our friendship and everything that you do for independent artists. I mean, the albums that you put together and how you just approach people and do songs with. I mean, it's incredible. Nobody does that. It's great. And I know a lot of people appreciate both of you for what you do. And it is a blessing.
Oh, that's really nice to hear. Really nice to hear. We get so much joy from making people happy, and we don't expect anything in return. We've had both of us have, everybody has a story to tell, but since we've been together, it's just been marvelous. I can't even imagine being without him.
Aw.
And I imagine that he thinks the same, don't you?
Yeah. We spell joy, Jesus, others, and you. And you know, it's so important for us to bring people together instead of letting them drift apart. Collaboration, we think, is a beautiful way to make friends and fellowship together in that regard. My dad used to say, "There's no success without a successor." And
Got that
so
right.
I had friends who helped me in the business at a very early age, and they said, it's not about paying it forward or paying it back or any of that stuff. It's about bringing people together and, you know, writing about the love. I have a saying that we even wrote a song about called the river is music and the music is love.
That's great. You wrote that? You wrote a song
Yes.
about that, you said? That's great. Speaking of
Yes,
songs,
yes.
I'm going to
That
play.
is the title of the song.
I'm going to play one of your songs right now, all right? I have two of them. I'll play Where Did the Love Go by Cindy Lou sings this one, right?
Okay.
Okay. We'll come back
Yeah.
and talk to this.
Never will forget the way I felt that cold and foggy day. Yeah, Mama come to me with tears in her eyes. Hardly understood a word she'd say. All I heard was 5 kids, 25 years out the window, and her tears flowed. Daddy got tired of the same old routine, took off with a home-wrecking queen, hopped on her broom and she took him away. Didn't even care, he was throwing away. 5 kids, 25 years out the window. Where did the love go? All of the promises that you made, you said forever, but you can't. You let another take you away. Now we play in the mess that you made. Food, heat, and water was slim to none, and sleepless nights had just begun. I know it wasn't easy with us 5, but we did what we could to survive. It was 5 kids, 25 years out the window. Where did the love go? You said I do and I will, till death did you part. But you don't, and it hurts me still. How did we lose your heart? I never will forget the way I felt that cold December day. The last words he whispered in my ear, I'm sorry I threw away all you 5 kids, 25 years out the window. Then he let go. All of the promises that you made, you said forever, but you can't. You let another take you away. Now you made.
Wow. Everybody's saying that's a beautiful, powerful song. Do you want to talk about that song?
I do, Lisa. That song was written by somebody that you know too, Tracy Bickford.
Right down there in
Mhm.
Florida, suffering with the
Yeah, I
storm.
know.
Yeah.
She's not that far from me.
She is a no, she's not. She's a very, very talented songwriter, and I happened to come across her. We were down at the ISSA Awards about 3 years ago. 2 years ago, and got together with her and her husband Dave, and I told her how much I enjoyed her music, and I asked her if she would like to collaborate with me, and she actually gave me some songs to record on my album that I did that year, and all of them are very, very powerful. It was really hard for me to almost sing them because
Yeah.
they're actual true stories that she wrote about, but it affected me also. So the songs that I picked were
Shared experiences.
yeah, they were shared.
Well, isn't that what music's
So,
about?
and they're beautiful.
Yeah.
It is.
And I
So
mean,
that was kind of where I started with the collaboration with other people, and it just picked up from there.
yeah, that's great. I mean, that's basically what music's about. I mean, that's why it's great to collaborate with other artists. That's what I was going to ask you also, but you answered that question already before about what do you get out of collaborating with other artists. But I know, I never did it before. Actually, I just recently started doing collaborations. A couple of years ago, somebody else, another artist, asked me to do a song with him that he wrote, and then, then I started doing a couple other things, and then I wound up getting involved with you guys, which was great because I love working with you guys. I just have a lot of fun, and you guys give me a lot of encouragement to do things I've never done before. So I understand.
We feel the same way.
I mean, it's,
You're a wonderful singer.
Oh, thank you. So are you. And I can't wait to do the song with you because I know it's going to be great. But
I know it's going to be good.
I know. Well, we'll make sure everybody knows about that. We'll talk about it again at another time. Let me see. I got a couple. Where's the other question? Oh, somebody wanted to ask. I wanted to ask you, what artists have you worked with? Have you worked with any artists, like famous artists, anybody that they know besides independent?
You mean besides independent?
Yeah, besides indie
He
artists.
has. He's.
I have a long and storied career being nobody for nothing. and so I I got to carry a lot of famous people's equipment, and I got to sing backup as a nobody on a few famous places. Mostly I was a front band on the West Coast for some people remember Gutshot. We were long-haired leaping gnomes wearing only a Muslim jumpsuit, no shoes, and a hat. We're doing that rockabilly back in the day. And other people remember a band I was in called Ace of Spades, where we only did Motown R&B sounds. And then, I got to be on stage with a few famous people. But, that's, for me, it's not about been there, done that. Quite frankly, I'm an athlete, and so it's always been, what have you done for me lately?
Mm-hmm.
And so, I sang with everybody famous on their CDs.
Well, you know what? You guys are famous to a lot of people. Look at what you've done for independent artists. So, you know what? Like you always say, Bo, you always say that those independent artists are better than mainstream artists at any day, right? Don't you always say that?
Yeah, I really believe it. Yeah,
So
and I really truly believe it because we listen to probably 200 different artists a year, helping produce different people here and there, and they're few and far between that can compete with the majority of the independent movement that's going on today. People, Milestone, Roland Jewett, Juke Johnson, my goodness,
all my
uh,
friends.
Andrew.
Andrew Dean and his Farm
Oh,
Machine.
yep.
I mean, I could go on and on and on, and then I get into the list of the ladies. Oh my God, you girls are incredible, and that's why I thought, I've heard these voices, and I bet you bottom dollar they can sing anything, and I'm going to challenge everybody with Broadway maybes, and everybody lit it up beyond my wildest dreams. You you girls, I mean, we sat there and cried afterwards because it was such an emotional album listening to you sing Jesus Christ Superstar, and then Linda Marks with her piece from Cats, Memory, and then Juke, greatest version I've ever heard of My Funny Valentine, and then Tammany Dove throwing down Wing Above My Wind Beneath My Wings.
Beneath my wings.
And then Cindy Lou and Tammy Finley Day, and like I said, we were just blown away by what you did. So this next one, wow, Way Out West, huh?
No, you know who did a really good job, and I was really impressed? Roland Jewett.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't believe that was him that sang that song. That was incredible. He's a great croner. I mean, he should just do that. That's all he should do. I told him that. He's great. He's yeah.
Well, we did one album together called Croonin' and Swoonin'.
I know. That was a great album.
We're actually doing another one right now called Croonin' and Swoonin' Again.
Again?
And we just recorded our first duet together on that one. So
that's great. Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, and this one that you're doing now, the Way Out West album, I wasn't sure about that at the beginning because I never sang anything like that. But then when Sydney said, I know you could do it. I was like,
I know you could.
Right.
I knew you could do it.
Yeah, and I did.
I'm going to stretch you. I'm going to make you stretch out and reach for the stars.
Right. No sense folding your wings now. Let's get them out there and fly a little bit. Anytime we expand our horizons, we go into a learning mode, and there's all these accelerated things that happen with that. A new sense of joy, a new sense of learning and yearning to step out and step up. And everybody has it in there. I know I probably could name, 1,000 people would like to sing any song from The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Oh God, he's gonna do a Wizard of Oz album.
No, I'm not. That Hawaiian fellow with the ukulele did Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and it went viral. I mean, come on, everybody loves it.
I know. We actually running out of. We got time left, but let me play your other song before we run out of time. All right, I'll play. This is Shasta. We'll play the other song. Then we'll come back and talk.
We love it.
I got a 61 Shasta trailer parked at the edge of the property. Shadows grow, getting dark, and I'm wondering why I'm sitting here all alone. It's nice and warm, but it's kinda damp. I'm playing guitar through this mini amp while the dogs and geese listen patiently for your car. And the sun came out, was a beautiful day. The critters are fine and I'm okay, but I never thought you'd leave me this way. No, I never thought you'd leave me this way. Said you'd be coming back real soon, but that was late Tuesday afternoon, and now it's early Friday night. The sun is set and I'm out of beer. I broke a string on Wish You Were Here. I guess I'll just wash up and go to bed. And the sun came out, was a beautiful day. The critters are fine and I'm okay, but I never thought you'd leave me this way. No, I never thought you'd leave me this way. The 61 Shasta trailer parked at the edge of the property and the light's still on, 'cause baby, I'm just waiting for you to come back home.
Wow, that's a great song. I love the guitar in that. That's great.
He's amazing. That was written by a good friend of ours
Greg Phillips.
that lives here in Washington, Greg Phillips. It's the Dick Smash Project, is what he called it. And he's been doing quite a bit of recording up here. He also is an amazing writer. And that Shasta trailer is actually on the property of his
Is it really?
house. And he
Yeah,
wrote
my
about
husband,
it. It's
my
pretty
husband
cool.
loves blues.
Yeah.
My husband's a big blues. He loves it. He plays the harmonica, so he really liked that song. And he just commented.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's one of my favorites.
yeah, it is. I like that. That's great. You guys have both written a lot of Christian music, but what other genres do you write and sing usually? You do a lot of country. You do any rock or anything?
Yeah, rock and roll, country, blues, pops, ballads. We do what I call gospel billy.
Yeah.
It's our spin on gospel music
Yeah.
with a little Western flair.
Mhm.
And of course, we like to do Broadway. We're really not, what I would say, we're really not hip hop or rap people, predominantly because most of the message has been negative to some extent. That doesn't mean that some of the artists don't produce really good stuff. They do, but it's not our cup of tea. And so we don't perform or produce that kind of music. Everything else is fair game with us. If I have to don the tuxedo and do the Frank Sinatra, sir, I'm in.
Don't tempt me, because I will do a Christian rap song. Don't tempt me.
Let's do that, Lisa. Let's write one of those together.
I have one written, and I know. I actually, it's so funny you said that, because I wrote a song that I was actually thinking about rapping to. It's a Christian song, not like rap, maybe like spoken word or something, maybe like. But yeah,
Right?
I mean, I'm trying.
Recitation.
I know you guys have a studio where you are. Do you do a lot of music for independent artists? Do a lot of people come to you guys for music where you are, or are you too far up in the mountains there?
No, during the summer we're swamped, and we try to get everybody in here and recorded before it snows, because we usually, when we get snow, it's usually 12 inches or more. And
it's all 4 chains and the snowplow.
Yeah, 4 chains and a snowplow. Unless you have that, you're not getting up here. And
or getting down.
Or getting down. We usually we started this month accumulating canned and box food, because there's been a couple times that we've not been able to get off the mountain because we had over a foot of snow and it was just too treacherous. So we have started doing that, but we try to get everybody in. We actually have 10 albums to complete by March. So that's my winter project.
Well, yeah. I
We
mean,
got
if you're doing
everybody
stuff up
almost
there,
in here, and
I was
yeah,
going to
we have
ask
nothing
you.
else to do. I'm a hermit, and in
I
the
was
winter,
gonna,
I don't go anywhere. This is my home right here in the
I was going
studio.
to ask you that, what you do up there, like, you know, like how you enjoy living up there. Do you like that kind of lifestyle like that? Where you are? I guess you
I
do. You wouldn't be
I
living there,
love
right?
it.
Yeah, my husband loves that. He
You know,
lives
I
away
was
from everything.
raised on a farm, and people want to know because we completely live off the grid. We
Yeah.
have wind and solar power, and we have a backup generator if the sun doesn't shine like today. And um, and we have commodities. I mean, we have, you know, indoor plumbing and septic, and we have a well, we have a creek. But living so far up high, we have a forest on 3 sides, which was one
Wow.
of the things that I kind of required when we came up here, because I like to hike.
Yeah.
But along with the forest comes all the wild animals, you know. So anywhere you go, you need to take a pistol with you just to make sure that everything's okay. We
Unless
have
you wake up in the pool with the moose slobbering over and wanting to give you a kiss.
I did.
Are you
That happened.
like close to Canada? How far are you from Canada?
We're 30. There's 250,000 acres between us and Canada that's uninhabited.
Wow.
We got a buttload of acres. We have a bunch of acres up here in the mountains, and our gate's 3/4 of a mile away to the main road, and then it's 13, 14 miles to the next town. So we're in
the middle of the forest
with wild animals.
So like, how long does it take you to get to the grocery store if you have to get something?
Well, it depends on summer or winter. Because winter I got to drive down. Winter I got to drive down and take all 4 chains off, and then drive into town. I may have to plow my way out on the way down to begin with. So that could be 30 to 45 minutes just getting to town. But otherwise, you know, to go into town and do a good shopping, it's about a 2-hour round trip, including traffic, about a half hour in each direction.
Well,
And
that's
so
not fair because
that's it for us. And we've learned to stock up.
yeah, you have to, especially with the weather that you guys get. I mean, it's the same thing here, like with hurricane season. You know, it's like, you know, we got like 5 cases of water here, but you know, you got the people that wait till like the day before the hurricane hits, and then they go buy like 9 cases of water. They don't use any of it.
and toilet paper.
Yeah, that's all over the world. I still don't understand that. I don't understand why people.
I don't either.
I used to walk into the store and say, you know what, you guys could buy all the toilet paper. Leave the meat for me. I'll go buy the meat. You can have the toilet paper.
Exactly right.
I don't know. I still never understand that.
That is crazy.
It is, but that's just how it is. I mean, especially the way, you know, thank God you guys were far enough away when this thing hit, when Helene went up there, because that went all the way up to the Carolinas. You know, I think it went across. Did it go across? It didn't go up that far, right?
No.
It actually ran south of us and then east.
Yeah, it was crazy.
We saw part of the reason we moved here. There was a FEMA report that showed that this was the 4th safest place in the world in a cataclysmic event. And so it was one of the deciding reasons that we moved here. Other than that, you know, it's.
Don't say that. My husband's going to be looking online to buy a house up there. I might be your neighbor.
Okay, one of the cheapest taxes in the country.
Is it really? What's the closest airport to you?
Oh yeah, that's another.
What's the closest airport?
Spokane.
Spokane, which is 69 miles.
Wow, that is far.
It's an hour or so, you know.
No, I mean for me. I mean, I know where.
Not for us. I used to live in the Bay Area. It was 2 hours to get to San Francisco International, so this is nothing.
Yeah, well, I used to live in Jersey. I mean, you ain't telling me anything. I mean, it would take me 5 hours to get on my street, you know, just to get on the main highway. traffic is crazy.
Yeah.
But that's great. I mean, and you can be
Yeah,
closer to God up there also, where you are away from everything. Just,
it is really spiritual here.
yeah, that's what I mean. It has to be. It's, well, speaking of spiritual, what do you guys think, each one of you, what do you feel they need to do on this earth? You leave this earth. What's like one thing that you still want to do you haven't done yet?
Well, we're leaving a legacy of love and music. We wrote a song recently called "What Kind of Love Are You Writing About?" And we think that there's, Jesus said it's the most important talent, one of the most important things He gave us. And a lack of love leads to all kinds of other things. If you don't love your neighbor, you might be mean to the neighbor. If you don't, love your dog, you might kick your dog. If you don't love your kids, you might not treat them right. And people just need more love. And so, what kind of love are you writing about? Is a big deal to us.
You
What about
also
you,
wrote a one that you released a couple of weeks ago that we wrote. I want to live in a different world.
Yeah, I heard that. That's a good
And
song.
it
bro.
talks about.
Thank you. Yeah, that was our worldwide protest. Everybody, stop hating and start loving. It's really important. I've been around the world a little bit and been in a few countries, and all the people seem to be wonderful. And then when you get into the authoritarian aspects of it, it's not as good anymore. And so we have a problem with authority not loving their people. And as a result, the people don't love the authority. And you see, it's a vicious circle.
Yeah.
And so everybody got to start loving,
Did you hear the song? Did you hear my song?
We need
Yes,
peace
no?
officers in the whole world to create peace.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, pass it
We're
on.
big fans, we're big fans, Lisa.
I know. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that's what that's about basically. And then the new one I just wrote too, it's about not living for this world. So, you
Right.
understand that.
Right.
And, everybody
Yeah,
really,
Jesus said it first, right?
what?
Jesus said, "Be not of this world."
That's right.
Jesus said, "Be not of this world." He's trying to elevate our social evolution.
Yep. We should be living for the world to come. That's what that's about. And, I mean,
Yeah.
That's right.
everybody lives for things here in this earth. I mean, we're human beings. What are we supposed to do? Everybody enjoys this, but he never said that we should not be happy. I mean, I always said that if you live for him
Right.
and you glorify him, he wants us to be happy, but he wants us to live for him, not for this world. And that's why I wrote that song.
Right.
Just felt like I had to get it out there now. So, but
Well, it's a beautiful thing. Lisa.
thank you. Yeah, you guys got some great songs. I mean, you got great. You're like unbelievable songwriters, both of you, and great singers, great producers. I mean, I can't say anything bad about either one of you. Plus, you're my friends too. On top of that, so
Praise God.
yeah, praise God's right. If
And
somebody,
we cherish your friendship, Lisa.
thank you so much, and I feel the same about you guys. If somebody's listening to this and they feel like making the the ride, where is there any? Can you tell them where they could go to for your studio if they want to record something?
Yeah, there's two ways, of course, to do it. Technology is a wonderful thing, conquering time and space. So we do remote stuff via tracks with the computers. They record on one area, and then we do the mixing and mastering here. And you know how it is. We like to direct traffic, note for note, word for word as we go. Now, as far as getting here, if they can get to Colville, which is just north of Spokane on 395, we can guide that airplane in from here. We got good traffic directions. We're probably like I said, half an hour tops from the small town downtown. So We bring them up and they survive. Can you believe it?
Are you in Bigfoot
We had
territory?
one girl we recorded about.
Are you in?
Right?
Are
We
you
have
in-
a gal who's our protege.
Oh
Right?
man, that's
We have a
funny.
gal who's our protege. She's been with us about 3+ years. And the first time they came here, they dropped her off at the base of the mountain, and she thought, "Oh my God!" As soon as she got in my truck, she goes, "You're not going to kill me, are you?" I said, "Oh no, honey, we just want to hear you sing, for crying out loud." And she said she felt a lot better when you got to the front door and there was Cindy standing there.
Yeah, right. That's funny. Yeah, you see these you see these horror movies where the people like Texas Chainsaw Massacre or whatever, they're in the middle
Right.
of nowhere, right? I know. That's
Right.
funny.
We have an artesian spring down below, and it looks real spooky. And I'm going to hook up an audio equipment that does
The Deliverance.
the Deliverance tune. When you drive by, it goes da 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 da.
Do you have
on the way up,
neighbors?
on the way up the mountain.
Do you have neighbors?
On the way up the mountain, there's a
No.
Yeah, a lot far away.
Oh,
yeah. They're the closest one is probably
Maybe 1 mile. As the
a
crow flies.
mile. They're down on the bottom of the mountain.
We're up.
That's
We're
good.
way up high. So
We're
yeah, everybody else is down by the main road. We were clever enough to build one way up high where it's hard to get down.
okay. I got a question for you. How far does it take? How long does it take you to get your mail? Where's your mailbox?
oh gosh,
2 miles away
2 miles.
Wow.
in each direction.
Oh my God. Wow.
You wouldn't want to walk it.
No, you
It's
can't
easy
like it.
going down. It's really, really hard coming back up.
I had, before I moved here, I lived in a house with a 400-foot driveway. So that's nothing compared to where you guys live. But that was pretty long to walk down and back to get my
Right.
mail. It was like we got our exercise for the day getting the mail.
One time, many years ago, Cindy Lou came in like on a red-eye flight, like 11:30 at night. And it's an hour and a half away from here, the airport. So I had to go get her. We got back here, and the snow was so deep on the way back, our vehicle got stuck about a half a mile away from my driveway. And it's pitch black, it's snowing, and she's crying all the way up. Let the animals eat me, just kill me. And I'm going, no, honey, stop crying. You're going to bring them right to us. I think of wounded animals out there. And she's crying, and we're falling down in the snow. Unbelievable, the memories you get from having such fun.
Yeah. I remember those days. I remember the
I
snow.
was so tired.
That sounds like a great time. There, that's why there's a difference between here and there now in Florida and there. I don't get snow here anymore. I hope not.
Right.
We
Well, we don't get hurricanes or tornadoes. We don't get ice storms.
Right. Where can everybody?
All the other stuff we don't get. We actually don't get blizzards.
That's good. That's great. Yeah, that's great that you don't get blizzards. What do you guys have coming up next? You have another album coming out, right? Besides the other one you're working on, the Out West. You have another album?
Yeah, we're doing Way Out West. We just did the soundtrack for Rollins' movie that he wrote, Daylight to Dark. We're doing our first ever all Halloween themed album, just for the fun of it. A lot of fun stuff. We don't do any mean stuff. And then she's got multiple albums with other artists that we're coming out and doing. We're doing an album with Wolf called We Got You Covered. These great country songs from the past. Rollin and I are doing Croonin' and Swoonin' again. And well, they keep stacking up. There's more than you probably know more. You and Lisa, you and Nancy, you and
Linda,
you and Ariane.
And Ariane. I'm doing a bluegrass album with one of our daughters.
Wow.
She loves bluegrass, so we're going to do that.
Very talented.
And I can't wait for that one to come out either. She kind of sings like you, Lisa. So it'll really complement I'll compliment her by doing harmony.
Yeah.
And I'm doing a gospel album, and I'm doing a blues album, and they're all original songs. We went back into our archives and recovered some of the songs that we wrote that we haven't released, and we're revamping them. And well, you'll see them starting to be released.
We also had a major spiritual Aurora Borealis event.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where, I mean, the Borealis was making sound here.
Wow.
The sky was tie-dye. It was lighting up the ground here, Lisa. And afterwards, we wrote 107 original songs in about 2 months.
Amazing. That's so beautiful. That
it was, one of those angelic send-outs or something that we got.
Yeah.
So she's got a whole album of all originals. I got a whole album of all originals. We're doing another duet album together called "Leaving It All Behind."
That's great.
About the past, right? And no sense of holding on to no baggage.
That's
and
true.
Who knows what else will happen?
Yeah.
Right.
We live each day as it comes.
That's right.
Yeah, we don't do it for the money. We do it for the love. We don't need the money.
I know. That's great. I know you do. I know you do it for the love. That's so great. Where can everybody find your music? Where can everybody find you guys? You have a website?
We have 2 websites. One is bohascountry.com. The other one is bohasmusicproductions.com.
Okay.
And then of course, Apple, Spotify, all the major platforms, Lisa,
and YouTube,
Facebook, endless stuff. We actually have, we just recently picked up a promoter who's doing that. You know who Caden is, of course. We'll give a little shout out to Caden Gordon. He's now sending our song. The song I wrote that I performed recently was an ISSA final called
The Wrong Road.
The Wrong Road. Talk about taking the wrong road in the past, and it's being hustled out to about 7,000 radio stations as we speak. We believe in that song pretty good.
That's great. Good luck with that. But we're coming to an end here, so I just want to really, really thank you guys for coming on. It's been really great. I got to know a little bit more about you because, I know you guys, but I'm glad that the audience also got to know a little bit about you a little bit more. And I just want to wish you guys luck with everything you do. And I can't wait. I'm looking forward to doing the song with you, Cindy. Just we'll get that done soon. And
I can't wait.
We're living a blessed life. The Lord has really shined his countenance upon us, and we're so thankful.
Yes.
A lot of people like stuff, but they don't appreciate it. Man, do we appreciate it.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, and you just appreciate the blessings, and the blessings will keep coming. I'm just going to do my prayer, music prayer. Lord, thank you for the gift of music, a universal language that transcends barriers. Help us to use it to glorify your name, to find solace in times of distress, and to celebrate your goodness in times of joy. May our hearts always be instruments playing the melody of your love and faithfulness. Amen. So
yes,
amen.
I just want to thank you guys again for coming on. And if you want to hang out for a couple of minutes, I'm going to play my new song, Only Jesus. I'm going to play the video, and then we'll just end it from there. So I want to thank you guys so much. This is my song. This is my song, Only Jesus. Thank you, Bo and Cindy. God bless you both. And I'm looking forward to seeing you and talking to you again. Have a good night. Have a blessed weekend.
God bless you too. Love you, girl.
Love you too.
May peace be with you.
Peace be with you. Okay, guys, this is my song, Only Jesus. Life can be tough, not sure where I'm headed or where do I begin. My heart is racing from this world, telling me how to live. I focus on your word, then I learn how to swim in your sea of love. I'll never live for this world I'm in. Our lives are all filled with sin. Want to live my life for only you. Your love for me is faithful and true. I need you, God, to rescue me and lead me into eternity with Jesus. Oh, Jesus, I love you, Jesus. Only Jesus. My feet are walking, but I'm standing still. My mind is wandering over a hill. I get down on my knees to pray. I need you, Lord, to show me the way how to love and try to forgive. Show me, Lord, how to live. I'll never live for this world I'm in. Our lives are all filled with sin. Want to live my life for only you. Your love for me is faithful and true. I need you, God, to rescue me and lead me into eternity with Jesus. Oh, Jesus, I love you, Jesus. Only Jesus. Our Father, who art in heaven, holy be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.